morning, I'm Juanita and welcome back to the Knit Guru. Now today what I thought I was going to do is quite different. Yep, sorry, Rocky's just out of view. Yeah, there's him. But he's going to be sniffing away. Alright, so I'm going to talk about the things that my family have made for me that mean that I can do more knitting projects. Now, the first thing I got my father to make, he bought himself a laser cutter. At the time we were all like, Dad, what do you need a laser cutter for? What are you going to use your laser cutter for? Now he's used it for absolutely everything. And so I said to him, I need a pair of sock blockers. And I was having trouble finding what I wanted in a sock blocker because this was right as I was knitting my first pair of socks. So he went away and he came back with this beautiful pair of sock blockers in my size. Since then, he's made a smaller pair for children and he's made a larger pair that fit his socks or my partner's socks. He's made them in acrylic and he's made them in this plywood. So the wood one I quite like. Why does it have these beautiful cutouts? I will never know, but they do have beautiful cutouts and they are lovely and they work really well. Initially I was worried about blocking on wood because it's wet socks. And then when I spoke to him about it, he's like, he's sealed both sides. So he's made these for me and I've used them now religiously for at least 4 years. And they still look beautiful. The acrylic ones are much heavier and I'm going to see how they go. They're going to be good when I do the double knit man-sized socks. Then there's my sister. Now my sister, it should be noted, is far more talented than I am. So when I first started to crochet, she said, oh, I'll make you a crochet bag. She did make me this shirt that I'm currently wearing when I was doing Zeusical the musical. So this is the crochet bag that she made me. Now, it's just a massive bag. It's fully lined. It's got Dumbo the elephant all over it, which is nice. It is huge on the inside, but there are these beautiful internal pockets where I have things such as, there's a nice Leica one, there's some of the mystery 3.5mm double pointed needles that are never kept together in a group. I've got my skizzers. You know, so this is my crochet bag and it does sit really nicely on the floor. It's got a gusset at the bottom. It's got handles. She did say after she made this as her prototype that what she wanted to do was make it with longer handles and so that it could close at the top. She's since done that for other people, but I got her prototype back. So that's very cool. My Auntie Jo, who's also far more talented than I am, made me this beautiful sock knitting travel case and it zips all the way from the top to the bottom and opens out. It's got pockets in the side for the needles and enough space in there for a few balls of sock knitting wool, and she designed it and made it just so that it can sit at your feet when you're in the car driving. It's got these beautiful orange butterflies all over it. It's lovely. She did a lot of work to make that. And then recently I asked my father to make something for me. I drew it up on my computer and I sent it to him, and he's made me more than I need, to be completely honest. You may have seen these before, but I wanted my own version. So I have the card to make the temperature blanket. I've got the temperatures that I want down the side, and I've got some notes that I can write in on it. There's so many cows and sheep and dogs around this morning. So he's made me these for the temperature blanket. I designed it and he just laser printed it out. They've been polyurethane on both sides. And the main reason I wanted this is I wanted this one. I wanted one for making a temperature snake because 2025 is the year of the snake and Zadie Crafts is doing the temperature snake. And I thought, oh, I want one of those, but I also want one of those, but I want one of those, but I want one of those. I have just realized he's made these in 2 different thicknesses. Oh my goodness, get away. You know, you have to have photo bombers, don't you? So I now have these, the temperature blanket and the temperature snake. I have some spares. I have 2 more temperature snakes And I have 2 more temperature blankets. I do know where I'm going to send one of these. But yeah, I don't know whether or not... I would like him to start selling these because... You know, he's old, he's retired, he's a widower. Ladies, if you're available. No, he's also a lot of hard work. But he does make good things, and my sister and I use him for making stuff fairly frequently. But if you do want one of these, sing out, and I can put you in touch with him. And we can make that work. The same as like a temperature blanket, a temperature snake, or the sock blockers. But that's just it. This is just my little video of... things that my family have made for me that have made knitting and crochet more useful. Have I done anything for them using knitting and crochet to make their lives better? No, basically I have made every child in my life a lot of amigurumi toys. What's my dad had? He's had a hat that's kept his head warm. My sister's had hats. She desperately does want me to make her a wrap cardigan. The children have all had baby clothes. But yeah, I have not made a lot of things for my family members that are going to improve their lives. I have made them things, but not things that were necessarily going to improve their lives or make their crafting any easier. So consider this everything from an appreciation post for the creative people in my life through to a solid advertisement for my dad. Yeah, I think he should do this and just like, I'd say do this as a side hustle, but when you're a retired man, do you need a side hustle? Or is it just a hustle? I don't know. Anyway, I will catch up with you next week. Bye.